Hello everybody, it is a Fair Boy Tech Support back for another video. Okay class. So yes, so it's my so it's not a word, it's an emotion, guys. Yeah, so today we are gonna be solving this question in the field of mathematics. And this is a very important question, so I will take some time to not to solve it but to go through it with you guys because you guys are my special people. And in case you can't read the question, sorry. In case you can't read the question is the number of real roots of the equation. I'll just write the equation. Yeah, actually, I think it's good for us. It's 5 plus the absolute value of 2 to the power x minus 1, where is equal to 2 to the power x times 2 to the power x minus 2. So, guys, I'll give you a pro tip. Okay, and my pro tip for you is basically that whenever you have a question, right, that gives you a certain variable like 2 to the power x, right, and that's the only variable, we say that we consider that as another variable, like u. So because 2 to the power x, it might not seem as complicated, but when you're actually getting to solve the question, with 2 to the power x, you may forget a few raw laws and some rules which may cause you to fumble the question up, right? And also, guys, quick disclaimer: if you're an Apple user, keep watching, and if you're an Android user, please kindly fuck off. Thank you very much. It's the first time I've dropped this bomb. It just pisses me off, man. I had recently some guy with a Samsung just came up to me and started screaming in my ear. Bro, I punched the shit out of him. And then he asked me, Dad, why did you do that to me? And it's like, come on, man. I didn't gift you this bloody Samsung. I gifted you an iPhone, but your dumbass truck looking like mom just gave you a Samsung cheapskate. She is. Also, her mom is his mom. Sorry, I have many kids. His mom is one of my 800 hoes, and she left my keyboard sticky this morning, so that's not good either. Anyway, so sorry, where were we? Yeah. 2 to the power x. Okay, that's the only variable here, and any variable, like if we had 2x, 2 to the power 2x, then we will still take this as 2 to the power x, 2 to the power x. Sorry, I'm actually something wrong. Yeah, if we had like 4 to the power 2x, right, then we could still write this in the form of 2 to the power x, because I'm just giving an example which would be 2 to the power x the whole square. So anywhere where you can see that the most simplified variable, in this case 2 to the power x, uh, you can make any variable into this simplified variable. Like if you had 4 to the power 2x, and you know that you can convert that into 2 to the power x square, then in that case I think that it's very good to consider this 2 to the power x as u, and as we are doing right now actually. Sorry, as one of my hosts is texting me. Yeah, okay. Anyway, some woman. Anyway, I'm just gonna get rid of this part actually, because I don't want this to bother us. What am I doing? What am I doing? Corrupt. Delete. Delete. Anyway, leave that question on. Anyway, as I was saying, 2 to the power x is equal to u. So we're gonna replace all of these variables. I'm gonna go really fast now because I realize how much time I've wasted in talking about stupid shit. U minus 1 equals to u times u minus 2, which is equal to, this whole thing is equal to u square minus 2u. And now I respond to one host, three hosts start texting me, five hosts, six hosts, seven hosts, eight hosts, nine hosts. Anyway, as I was saying, right, with 2 to the power x is equal to u, and we have substituted u for every place where there was 2 to the power x. And obviously, if you're watching this video, I'd assume you know how to solve a quadratic. Otherwise, please how to learn to do that for my other video. And if you can't find my video, at least do some research on your own, you bastards. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, this is not 2 to the power u, it's just 2u. Okay. And so here's the rule for an absolute value in a quadratic equation, or in any equation really. The absolute value of x is equal to x, which is equal to the negative absolute value of x under the condition that x is a positive real number. If x is a positive real number, then the absolute value of negative x and x will both be the same, will be x. I won't confuse you by saying the same. So yeah, so we have that clear. So first, what we're gonna say that u minus 1 is positive. It's positive. I'm not saying it's positive, I'm just saying we are gonna have two quadratic equations, one for which this value here, not the absolute value part, this part in here, u minus 1 is negative, and one for where u minus 1 is positive. So we're gonna first start off with u minus 1 is positive, which essentially means that we make no changes. Instead, we get rid of this sign. Yeah, and here as well. Yeah, that was a hassle. Anyway, now you know what to do here. We're gonna send all of these values on the other side. We're gonna add them and subtract them. We're gonna subtract 5, subtract u, and we're gonna add 1. So then what do we get? We're gonna get I'm just gonna write this equation here actually. We get u squared minus 3u minus 4. Okay, and a very basic quadratic equation we have now, right? And this is why I said to take this as u. There's another method that I'll tell you right after this. Okay, and so u squared minus 3u minus 4, we are gonna get two values. We're going to get u is equal to 3. Sorry, what am I doing? Sorry, I'm so sorry. U is equal to 4 and u is equal to negative 1. If you don't understand how I did it, please use the formula, which is minus b by a plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac, square root of b square minus 4ac by a. Sorry, yeah, my fault. Please use that equation. If you don't know what that is, you're probably an Android tech illiterate, and I'd like you to leave right now. Okay, so anyway, people are racist and I'm techist. Okay, so anyway, u is equal to 4 or minus 1. So let's get a few things clear. The question is asking us for the number of real roots. Real roots means for 2 to the power x, where x is a real number. Okay, because 2 to the power x is equal to u. I said that here, right? We have that condition. Is that clear? I hope so. 2 to the power x. Now the thing is, right, we have 2 to the power x is equal to 4, and this x is here is equal to 2, right? 2 is positive, it is a real number, and most importantly, it fits our condition, because 2 to the power 2, which would have been 4, 4 minus 1 is 3, and we are saying that this equation, oh sorry, not this equation, this absolute value, we are saying that 2 to the power x, or u minus 1, has to be positive, and it is positive, right? Because 2 minus 1 is what? 2 minus 1 is 1, and yeah, 2 to the power, sorry, what am I saying? u is equal to 4, 4 minus 1 is 3, and therefore 3 is positive. We have that clear? Good. Now here's what's not clear, okay? u, one solution for u is 4, we know that. However, look, 2 to the power x equal to minus 1 is not possible. Why? Because you can't, because x will not be a real number, okay, off the bat. There's no real number, so there's no argument there that minus 1 is a failed, retarded option, okay? So now we have q is equal to 4 and minus 1, and I'm gonna open a new one actually. Don't save this one, and I save it. Yeah, anyway, as I was saying, we got one value for u, where u is equal to, sorry, yeah, u is equal to 4. Okay, good. Now for the second equation, I'm actually gonna write the equation on top when we're finished here. 5, we've done 5 plus, I'm gonna write this, sorry, u minus 1. Okay, now our first condition under which we solved the quadratic equation was u minus 1 is positive. Okay, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna say that u minus 1 is a negative number, and the reason we're gonna say that is because the absolute value of u minus 1 will make this negative value that I'm saying into a positive value. I'll just show you what I mean in a second. When we solve the question, you'll see what I mean. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the negative of this, we're gonna take plus 1 minus u is equal to u square minus 2u, and I'm explaining for the last time, the reason is absolute value of x is equal, absolute value of x is equal to absolute value of negative x under the condition that x is equal to a positive real number. So we're clear with that. So now the quadratic equation that we're gonna get from here is gonna be u square minus u minus 6. Okay, so now if again, I'm gonna skip the solving the quadratic equation part, because you guys know how to do it, right? The two solutions should be u equal to 3 and negative 2. Okay, right? Yeah, 2 minus 1 minus 3 plus, yeah, I'm correct. I'm correct. Even if I wasn't, I don't care. But anyway, let's just go here. Yeah, u to the power 3 and minus 2. So we already said that 2 to the power x cannot be a negative number, so 2 to the power cannot be equal to minus 2. Therefore we are gonna eliminate this option, and the only other choice that we have left is u equal to 3. But now listen to my problem now, okay? 2 to the power x is equal to 3. Essentially, what this means is that the log base 2 3 is equal to x. There's this basically log base 2 3. This basically just means this, okay? So if you don't understand log and all that, just focus on this. So 2 to the power x is 3, okay? And we know that 2 to the power 1 is equal to 2, and 3 is greater than 2, right? So x, so sorry, not x, clearly clearly that we clearly know that 2 to the power x, sorry, not 2 to the power x, what am I saying? Yeah, so we are saying that u is equal to 3, right? And 3 is bigger than 2, greater than 2. And we also know that 2 to the power x is a satisfiable solution. However, u is equal to 3 only satisfies this quadratic equation that I've written here. Remember what I told you guys? We are trying to find a value for u minus 1 such that it is a negative value. Is a negative value. Sorry, what is this? Yeah, negative value. But if we take u as 3 and we do 3 minus 1, that's equal to 2. So that means that because the absolute value, or we don't have an absolute value of a negative number that is going to satisfy this, the main equation, but is going to satisfy this equation, is not a root. Therefore, both the roots are not real roots of the equation. Therefore, the answer is only 1. If you understood, good. If you didn't, screw you. Bye bye.